To fully enjoy this video, please ensure CC, closed captions aka subtitle, is turned on. Thanks for clicking on my video. Be sure to stick around after the video and enjoy the amazing AI podcasters that were conjured by Notebook LM. Their deep dives into each short story are truly insightful, fun, and heartfelt. So grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy. Spirit Valley, New Age Vampires. Spirit Valley, a city where silence feels alive, and the locals have fake fog duties. It's the kind of location that looks beautiful from a distance, endless rolling acres, mansions older than memory. Most who settle here crave peace, comfort, and the illusion of living off the grid, though the inner city hums only a few miles away. Despite its name, locals rarely encounter ghosts, demons, or the dark folklore surrounding their valley. Those interactions belong to the tourists, the ghost hunters, thrill seekers, and supernatural junkies who come chasing, or as the locals say, messing with the unknown. City guides, they tell visitors what to expect. Number 3. Etched in stone or stitched on fabric. Perhaps something eternal is about to happen. Number 5. Fog that moves toward you then backs away. Hashtag U-turn. Number 10. No hospitals. A Medi-steward can perform miracles just as wonderfully as a skilled doctor. Number 14. Overfeast. Don't leave without trying Sarah's Stewed Jumbo, hot water cornbread with serrano peppers and pumpkins sparkling ale. Hashtag Gargoyle's Coffee Shop. Number 15. A few cuts, bruises, blackouts, medical attention, and weird looks from others make you a stronger person, so they say. Welcome to Spirit Valley. The broadcast begins. Kori Su adjusted her camera as the blue glow from her screen reflected across her face. Welcome back, seekers and screamers. I'm Kori Su, your portal to the paranormal, she said into the mic, her smile confident, her tone electric. Thousands tuned into her weekly live stream on Shortstream All-in-One, the most popular social hub, social media, marketplace, and entertainment. Tonight's topic, Spirit Valley, where the New Age vampires roam. Reports had spread of people turning up pale and drained, wounds neat and bloodless, like something had engineered the bite. Kori's live stream lit up with comments, theories, and one message caught her attention. Biggest club opening ever. Hashtag VClub Fira Lavange. Kori froze. Her viewer count shot up by thousands. Then, as quickly as the mysterious messenger popped in, she vanished. The recording room suddenly felt colder. For a moment, Kori swore her monitor fogged up. The call. Minutes after the live stream, Kori phoned her boyfriend, Aaron Nashvale, at State of Art Rentals. I need a car tonight, she said. Aaron laughed softly, his voice oddly calm. Already knew you'd call. Spirit Valley, right? Get ready to feel the energy. Feed the hunger, said Aaron. Wait, what? Said Kori as it felt like a joke, also a serious warning. Kori used her Class A citizen social points to get the car, a sleek, self-driving model, free for 45 days. Then she called her sister Nora Su, a retired private detective with a nose for trouble and a heart full of unfinished cases. Surprise road trip, Kori said. Where to? Asked Nora. Spirit Valley, said Kori. A pause, then Nora replied, I'm totally locked in. The road to Spirit Valley. They hit the road by nightfall. Fog curled across the headlights like silver ribbons. A billboard loomed through the mist. Need medicinal healing? Neural. Spiritual. Physical. Contact Vitalia Reaper. Licensed in all realms. Hashtag the Grand Medi Steward. Even their billboard signs sound totally interesting, said Kori as she laughed. Nora didn't laugh. Feels like the fog's moving on purpose, being guided. As they neared the city limits, their dashboard flickered. The navigation system whispered static phrases in voices that weren't English. Kori glanced at her phone. Thousands of new followers had appeared. In the fog, a flicker of a glowing V pulsed on the finger ring of a man walking on the edge of the road. Then he turned right and vanished into the fog. Gargoyle's Coffee Shop. They found Gargoyle's, a warm neon glow cutting through the fog. The food smelled incredible, though everyone inside moved like sleepwalkers. At the counter was a man dressed like he'd just gotten back from a steampunk costume convention. He looked up and smirked. Tourists, he said, always chasing monsters. Never realized they're already part of the story. Kori frowned. You're local. Call me Gideon Clockborn, he said. He smelled of sensual sulfuric body spray. His pocket watch ticked military time. Then, through the front door, he appeared, Maurith Sandalwood. Tall, luminous, almost too perfect. His clothes shimmered like liquid silver. A bold V gleamed on his collar. The whole coffee shop seemed to hold its breath as he passed. "Welcome to Spirit Valley," Maurith said smoothly. "If you're looking for the best nightlife, you'll find it at the V Club," as he handed out a futuristic-looking flyer designed with the latest AI technology. The V Club. Night fell fast. The V Club rose at the valley's edge, a fortress of black crystal, a Gothic cathedral carved from darkness itself. Music pulsed like a heartbeat. Holographic fog swirled through dancers dressed in obsidian lace and mirrored masks. It wasn't just a nightclub, it was a shrine. Kori whispered into her mic, live streaming everything. "They say this is where the new age vampires gather." Nora's eyes swept the room, and where the rumors start. From the balcony above, a woman watched them. Fira Lavange, dressed in Victorian elegance, her eyes the color of old wine. She approached gracefully, every movement a dance. "You shouldn't live stream here," she said softly. "Some stories shouldn't be televised." Her perfume carried the scent of rose wine and fresh iron. "She only shows herself to the ones already chosen," someone whispered behind them. The revelation. Drawn deeper into the club, the sisters stumbled upon a VIP chamber. Sitting at fancy tables, pale members, their veins traced with silver circuitry. Tiny mechanical insects clung to their skin, feeding on energy, not blood. Screens around the room pulsed with digital readouts. Energy level, 92%. Gideon appeared in the shadows, his steampunk armor glinting under the cold light. "Feel the energy. Feed the hunger," said Gideon. Maurith stepped beside him, elegant yet dangerous. "We don't drain blood. We cipher necrotic energy." "You came for the truth," he murmured to Kori. "Now you're part of it." The club's sound shifted, bass fading into a deep, mechanical hum. The escape. The swarm awakened, sounds of metallic insects' wings flying in unison. Nora grabbed Kori's arm. "Run." They tore through the club as alarms wailed and fog poured from the vents, thick and alive. Fira appeared once more, her calm breaking just enough to reveal. "Soon you'll join us," said Fira. Joining Fira, with smirks on their faces, were Gideon and Maurith. The sisters burst out of the nightclub, diving into the car. Kori's camera was still live streaming. The chat exploded. "This looks too real. Is this part of the show? Wait, is she bleeding?" The car sped down the mountain road. Behind them, the V Club pulsed with crimson light before vanishing into the fog. A message in the chat read, "Feel the energy. Feed the hunger." Yet, it was quickly deleted before Kori even noticed it. The final broadcast. Days later, Kori uploaded her final Spirit Valley episode. Her tone was excited, her eyes a strange, shimmering silver. "Spirit Valley," she said, "where truth and myth collide and silence feels alive." Millions watched, entranced. But a few noticed something strange in the reflection behind Kori, the faint outline of Aaron, smiling in the shadows. Just as Aaron leaned closer to the camera with the biggest smile, the live stream froze. Minutes later, select viewers only reported their screens flickering, their speakers echoing a faint whisper. "Feel the energy. Feed the hunger."
All right, today we're diving deep into the really strange and unsettling world of a short story that completely redefines a classic monster. We're headed into a place called Spirit Valley, and let me tell you, the rules there are different. The secrets are dangerous, and the locals, well, they've got a very, very unique appetite. So this line, it's pulled directly from the official Spirit Valley City Guide. And wow, it just perfectly sets the tone, doesn't it? It gives you this feeling of a place that's both ancient and, I don't know, happening right now. Like something huge is always just on the verge of happening. This is our first major red flag that we are absolutely not dealing with your average tourist town.
So let's start with the setting itself. From a distance, Spirit Valley looks like this peaceful little retreat. Rolling acres, historic mansions, the whole deal. But when you get up close, it's a place where the silence itself just seems to be watching you. The very air feels controlled.
Okay, but the town's official guides? This is where things get genuinely bizarre. I mean, they talk about fog that seems to have a mind of its own, moving towards you and then backing away. Oh, and get this, there are no hospitals. Instead, you've got this mysterious, meaty steward. And maybe the creepiest part? They basically say, hey, getting a few cuts and bruises, maybe even blocking out, it just makes you stronger. So yeah, The rules of normal life? You can just throw those out the window here.
And all of this leads us to the central mystery. People are turning up weak, pale, completely drained. But the wounds are neat, almost surgical, and totally bloodless. This isn't some random animal attack. This is a pattern. And it's a pattern that catches the eye of paranormal live streamer Kori Su.
So Kori, who calls herself a portal to the paranormal, decides that Spirit Valley is going to be the subject of her next big live stream. Her investigation pulls her, and by extension, all of us, right into the valley's dark heart.
But before she even hits the road, Kori gets this really cryptic message from her boyfriend Aaron. Now, he says it with a calm laugh, but the words themselves are just incredibly ominous. This is that first little seed of suspicion, planting the idea that maybe, just maybe, the danger is a lot closer than she thinks.
And this puts Kori and her sister, Nora, who's a retired PI, right on a razor's edge. Is he just poking fun at her paranormal work, or is this a genuine warning? You know, that uncertainty, well, that's all part of the trap.
The journey itself just becomes this cascade of weird clues. There's a billboard for that healer, the Meta Steward, but it says they're licensed in all realms. Then their GPS starts speaking in languages they've never heard before. And then the clincher. They see a man on the roadside with a glowing V on his ring who just vanishes into the fog. The valley is messing with them before they've even gotten there.
Their first stop in town is a coffee shop, and right away they meet two key characters. You've got Gideon, decked out in steampunk gear, who acts like this whole thing is some kind of grim performance. And then there's Mouthrith, impossibly perfect looking and openly wearing that same V symbol they saw on the road. He's the one who invites them to the center of it all, a place called the V Club.
And of course, Kori and Nora take the bait. I mean, how could they not? They accept Mallorit's invitation and walk straight into what they think is the nest of these new age vampires.
The club itself is just this spectacle of gothic, high-tech design. It's like a fortress made of black crystal, filled with holographic fog, and all the dancers are wearing these mirrored masks. The vibe isn't a party. It feels much more like a shrine or some place of worship.
And that's when they meet Farah Lavange. She's this incredibly elegant woman who seems to be running the show. She comes up to them with this chillingly soft warning. She knows Kori is live streaming, and she tells her to stop. It's a direct threat, just wrapped in polite language.
So, this leads us to the climax of the whole investigation. Kori and Nora get drawn deeper into the club, and they stumble upon this private chamber where the real truth about these vampires is finally laid bare.
And here it is, the big twist. They aren't feeding on blood at all. They're harvesting what the club's inner circle calls necrotic energy, which is their fancy term for the fundamental bioenergy, the actual life force of their victims.
And the whole process is, well, it's disturbingly clinical. It's almost corporate. We're not talking fangs and bites here. We're talking silver circuitry that's actually woven into their veins, tiny little mechanical insects that latch onto the skin, and digital screens that are monitoring the harvest levels. This is all technology, not some ancient curse.
And this slide right here, this is the whole shebang. It's the core concept of the entire story. Think about it. Every single thing you know about the classic vampire myth gets thrown out and replaced with a sci-fi equivalent. These creatures aren't cursed, they're technologically advanced. It's a complete, total reimagining of the monster we thought we knew.
After a frantic escape from the club, alarms are blaring, patrons are turning on him, Kori and Nora somehow make it out. But the story takes one final deeply disturbing turn. The ordeal isn't over, not even close. It's just beginning.
A few days later, Kori posts her final episode about Spirit Valley, but she's changed. The confident investigator is gone. Now, she's weirdly excited and she's praising the valley. In her eyes, they now have the shimmering silver quality to them. She's not reporting on the story anymore. She's become part of it.
And then you get the final gut punch of a reveal. For just a split second, in a reflection behind Kori, you see her boyfriend, Aaron. He's just standing there in the shadows, smiling as she delivers this bizarre new message. He was in on it. He was involved from the very beginning.
And suddenly, that phrase Aaron said on the phone comes crashing back with its true, chilling meaning. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a warning. It was a mission statement. The story ends with some of Kori's viewers saying they can hear a faint whisper coming from their speakers, repeating those exact same words.
Which leaves us with one last, absolutely chilling question. Kori went from being the hunter to being the bait, right? And Aaron, he's the puppet master. But now, with her massive online platform basically acting as a commercial for Spirit Valley, you have to ask, are her millions of followers the next harvest? The story just cuts off right there, leaving you to wonder, just how far does this whole thing go?
If you enjoyed my video, Spirit Valley, New Age Vampires, be sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. Share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into my original comic book stories, heroes, villains, and everything in between. Click the bell icon so you'll never miss when a new story drops. Want to support the channel directly? My PayPal link is down in the description and also on my homepage. It helps me with creating more epic comic book content for this channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious, keep imagining, and I'll catch you in my next comic book video.